Okay, good morning children. So, yesterday we have completed example 8, 9 and then from exercise I have given you some homework. Hope you have did all those problems. And, because already I have given you hints also. So, you have to do those problems. Now I will explain example 10. 10th example. So, what is 10th example? Ravi works as a cashier in a bank. Ravi works as a cashier in a bank. He has currency of denominations 100 rupees, 50 rupees, 10 rupees respectively. The ratio of number of these notes is 2:3:5. The total cash with Ravi is 4 lakhs. How many notes of cash of each denomination does he have? Okay. So here, what is given in a bank? Some worker, Ravi is working as a cashier. Cashier means nothing but he deals with the money. So he'll have some money with them. So whenever one customer will come in, he'll give the money, whatever amount they'll write on their check or on their receipt. That much of money they'll give. So how will he give? Based on the denominations. If whatever he have, either 100 rupees or 500 rupees notes or 2000 rupees notes, whatever it is, from those he'll give the money. But here what happened is he have only 3 denominations: 100 rupees notes, 50 rupees notes and then 10 rupees notes. He have only 3 denominations. What are they? 100 rupees notes and 50 rupees notes and 10 rupees notes. Now they are in a particular ratio. They have given the ratio of those notes is given as 2:3:5. But how many are there, we don't know. But the ratio is 2:3:5. So you know already, whenever we have given a ratio, means they have some common factor in between all those quantities. So let us consider, see what is given, the ratio of $100, 50 and 10 rupees notes is given as 2:3:5. 2:3:5. So whenever they have given a ratio, means how will you write? Now let us assume that let number of 100 rupees notes is equal to, now the ratio is given as 2:3:5 and this 2 is belongs to 100 rupees. So now you can consider this as 2x. Okay, these ratio problems you did already. So 100 rupees notes is nothing but 2x. Then number of 50 notes is 3x. Then number of 10 rupees notes is 5x. See here, 2:3:5. 100, 50, 10. Order. We have to write them in a order. 100, 2x, 50 rupees, 3x and the 10 rupees is 5x. Okay, so these are number of notes. See, if I say I have 500 rupees notes with me. See, clear. See, listen clearly. I have 500 rupees notes with me. Means how much amount is with you? With me, sorry. I have no. So, how much amount is with me? See what I said? 500 rupees notes. So, what is the amount I have? 5 into 100. 500. So, what you are doing? Number of notes into that particular denomination. You have to multiply that particular denomination so that the total amount you will get. Now, same like that only here. See, how many 100 rupees notes he have? 2x 100 rupees notes. That means how much amount he have of 100 rupees notes? Amount of this 100 notes is equal to 2x into 100. So no, if I have 5, I am doing 5 into 100. If I have 600 rupees notes, means what I say? 600 rupees. I have 600 rupees with me. How we are saying? 6 into 100. Here 2x number of 100 rupees notes are there. So you have to multiply by 2x. 2x into 100. 2x into 100 is nothing but 2 into 100. 200 and x. Next, amount of rupees 50 notes. How many are there? 3x. And the denomination is 50. 3 50s are 150x. With the denomination only you have to multiply, not for all 100. If I have 100 rupees notes means with 100 you have to multiply. If you have a 50 rupees notes means with 50 you should multiply. Number of notes into that particular denomination. Okay, so 3x into 50, nothing but 150x. Next, amount of 10 rupees notes. How many 10 rupees notes we have? 5x. And the denomination is 10. So 50x. Total amount is, these are all amount. But here, what is given? The total amount with the cashier is given as 4 lakhs. Total amount. Was given as 4 lakhs. Total amount is given as 4 lakhs. See, how will you get total amount? By adding all the denomination amounts. 200x plus 150x plus 50x. All the amount you have to add now. 100 rupees amount, how much 100 rupees amount is there, how much 50 rupees amount is there, and how much 10 rupees amount. All those if you add, all those 3 amounts, you will get total amount. So this is nothing but 200x plus 150x plus 50x is equal to 4 lakhs. Now, when you add these 3, 200x plus 150x plus 50x, all are x variables, all are like terms, add them. 400x is equal to 4 lakhs. Now x is equal to 4 lakhs by 400. 0, 0, 0, 0, 4 ones are 4,000. So x is equal to 1000. So x value is 1000. That means how many number of 100 rupees notes does he have? Number of 100 rupees notes is equal. See how many he have? 2x. But x is how much? X is 100. So 2x means 2. X is 1000. Sorry. 2x means 2000. Number of 50 notes. 3x means 3000. And the number of 10 rupees notes 5000. So this is example 10. That is example 10. And then I will explain exercise. From the exercise, yesterday I have given, day before the previous class. I have explained you from the exercise. First bit, 4 problems I have given you homework, but fifth one I didn't explain. So I will explain that one. Exercise 2.2. First bit, fifth problem. Okay, this is totally based on the figure only. Very easy one actually. A, B, C, D, E, O. This is 2x. 3x plus 10. Now see here, from this figure, actually you can do this but somewhat different, that's why I am explaining you. So if you observe here, this here you have 2 triangles. You have 2 triangles. And when you consider triangle ABO, what is given? See, observe it. What is given? 2 sides are equal. 2 sides are equal. So, already I have explained you that whenever 2 sides are equal, in a triangle if 2 sides are equal, then their opposite angles are also equal. See, here 2 sides AB and AO are equal. AB and AO are equal. That means what are the angles they are equal? What are those opposite angles? For AB, what is the opposite angle for AB? Angle AOB is the opposite angle. And for for AO, angle B is the opposite angle. That means these two angles are equal. If these two sides are equal means these two angles are equal. In triangle ABO, since AB is equal to AO, that implies angle B is equal to angle O. Actually, we have to write here angle AOB. Angle B is equal to angle AOB. That implies angle AOB is equal to 3x plus 10. So this is 3x plus 10. But if you observe here, angle AOB and angle COD. Angle AOB and angle COD are vertically opposite angles. Since angle AOB comma angle COD are vertically opposite angles, that implies angle AOB is equal to angle COD, that is equal to 3x plus 10. That means if this is 3x plus 10, that means this is also 3x plus 10. Okay. Again, if you observe triangle COD, in triangle COD, if you observe triangle COD, see what is given? CO is equal to CD. CO is equal to CD. Again, two sides are equal. What I said? When two sides are equal, their opposite angles are also equal. What are those opposite angles? Angle COD and angle CD or angle D. These two are equal. That implies angle COD is equal to angle D, that is equal to 3x plus 10. So this is also 3x plus 10. Now consider triangle COD. And here we have all the three angles. Now you can apply angle sum property by angle sum property. By angle sum property, 2x plus 3x plus 10 plus 3x plus 10 is equal to 180 degrees. Angle sum property means sum of all the three angles is equal to 180 degrees. What are the three angles? 2x, 3x plus 10 and 3x plus 10. So, add all those three. Now, add the like terms. 2x, 3x, 3x. 8x plus 10 plus 10, 20 is equal to 180. Now, transpose plus 20 to that side. 180 minus 20. So, 8x is equal to 160. Then x is equal to 160 by 8. 8 1 30, 2 20. So, x is equal to 20. That is the required answer. X is equal to 20 is the required answer. Is it clear? So, this is exercise 2.2, first bit, fifth problem. And remaining 4 problems I have given you as homework, and most of you did also. Yes? Then what do you have? Yesterday I have given you second, third, fourth, fifth and 13th also I have given you homework. Now today 14th problem is homework for you. 14th. First let me complete the remaining questions, then I will explain you homework problems. Okay? Okay. Then what do we have? Now from exercise 6th problem. Already up to 5th problem it's completed as homework. Now see 6th one. A man walks 10 kilometers, then travels a certain distance by train and then by bus as far as twice by the train. If the whole journey is of 70 kilometers, how far did he travel by train? Very easy one actually. Shall I give you this as homework? Just I'll explain and then you have to complete it. Okay. Now see, a man walks 10 kilometers. How much distance he is walking? 10 kilometers. By walk, the distance covered by the man by walk is 10 kilometers. This is homework. Let me explain just. I'll explain. So you have to do this as homework. By walk, 10 kilometers. Then travels a certain distance by train and then by bus as far as twice by the train. We don't know how much distance is travelled by train. So by train, I'll consider it as x. Then by bus, what is given? Bus as far as twice by the train. Twice means, twice of train means 2 times of train, 2x kilometers. And the total distance is given as, the whole journey is of 70 kilometers. Total distance means just add these 3. 10 plus x plus 2x is equal to 70 kilometers. And solve it so that you will get the distance travelled by the train. Okay. You can do that one. This is homework for you. 7th problem, 6th is homework for you. Now let me explain 7th one. Vinay bought a cake and cut it into 3 pieces. When he weighed the first piece, he found that it was 7 grams lighter than the second piece and 4 grams heavier than the third piece. If the whole cake weighed 300 grams, how much did each of the 3 pieces weigh? Now see, what is given? Vinay bought a cake. Vinay bought a cake. Okay, it's his birthday, I think. So he bought a cake, and what he did? He made that cake into 3 pieces. Only 3 pieces. Because he wanted to share with his family only, I think. Okay. So he made that into 3 pieces. Then what he did is, he weighed the first piece. He found that it was 7 grams lighter than the second piece and 4 grams heavier than the third piece. So let us consider the 3 pieces. We don't know how much they are. I'll consider those 3 pieces as, let x, y, z. Let the 3 pieces of cake be x, y and z. 3 pieces is x, y, z. We'll consider them as x, y, z. Don't get confused here. We are taking 3 variables. I'll make them into 1 variable only. Okay. See, because they have given the relation between them. Now see, when he weighed the first piece, he found that it was 7 grams lighter than the second piece. When you compare these two, x and y, what is given? X. First piece is x. X is 7 grams lighter than y. Second piece is y. That is only given now. In word statement they have given. I am writing as the expression here. See, x is 7 grams lighter than y. X is 7 grams lighter than y. Means x is equal to y minus 4. Sorry, 7. 7 grams now. X is 7 grams lighter, less than y. See, did you understand that one? From y, it is 7 grams less than. So, x is equal to y minus 7. But y, when you bring this minus 7 to this side, what will you get? Plus is equal to y. Nothing but y is equal to x plus 7. You can write like this also, no? So y is equal to x plus 7. First piece is x. And second piece we have written in terms of xy because we are solving here linear equations in 1 variable only. You know how to solve using 1 variable only. So I am writing the second piece in terms of x. So what you got here? X plus 7. Then they have given the first piece is 4 grams heavier than the third piece. X is 4 grams heavier than third piece is nothing but z. That means x is equal to z plus 4. But we need z, no? Bring this plus 4 to this side. x minus 4 is equal to z. That implies z is equal to x minus 4. Let us write this as grams. 4 grams. And this is x grams. First piece is x grams. Second piece is x plus 7 grams. And third piece x minus 4 grams. Now, if the whole cake weighed 300 grams, total weight of cake. Total weight of cake is 300 grams. So, total weight, how will you get total weight? By adding all the 3 pieces. X plus y plus z is equal to 300. But x, first piece is x. Y in terms of x is x plus 7. And z in terms of x is x minus 4. That is equal to 300. Now, x, 3x. Plus 7 minus 4, 3 is equal to 300. Now 3x is equal to 300 minus 3. 297. So x is equal to 297 by 3. 3 ones are 3 nines are 27, left 9. So x is equal to 99. Means first piece weight is how much? Each 3 pieces we have to write. Okay, first piece weight is 99 grams. So here I'll write simply. First piece is equal to 99 grams. Second piece is nothing but y. How much it is? X plus 7. 99 plus 7, so 106 grams. And the third piece, x minus 4, 99 minus 4, 95 grams. Okay, yes, if you add all, you'll get 300 grams of cake. Yes, that is 7th problem. And then 8th, I think already I have given you homework. 8th, 9th and 11th. 11th and 13th also I have given you homework. 14th one also homework for you, ma. 14th. Is same like example 10. 14th is same like example 10. So that is also homework for you. 14th homework. Next, we have 10th, 12th, and more. Okay, let me explain homeworks only. Then tomorrow, in the next class, I will explain remaining problems. 14th, 6th is homework. Already I have given you. 14th is same like example 10th. Then 16th one. The perimeter of a school volleyball court is 177 feet and the length is twice the width. Here the perimeter of volleyball court is given, which is in the form of a rectangle, and its length is twice the width. So width means nothing but we will consider it as breadth. So breadth is x and the length is twice, no? So 2x. Now you know already perimeter is given as 177. What is the formula to find perimeter? 2 into L plus B. So substitute in that length and breadth and find values. Yes, that is also homework for you. Then 17th problem. The sum of the page numbers on the facing pages of a book is 373. See, if you observe the textbook. See, the next 2 pages or 2 page numbers is always 2 consecutive numbers. 2 consecutive numbers means let those numbers be x and x plus 1. 2 consecutive numbers you will have here. See here in this textbook, if you observe 46, 47, 48, 49, x plus 1, x and x plus 1 always. So if these are 2 numbers and then what they have given, the sum of these 2 numbers is given as, sum means x plus 1. Addition of these 2 is given as 373. Now solve this so that you will get x value. So you can find the 2 page numbers. Write in steps. Don't forget to write the steps. So how many of homework are for you? 6th, 14th, 16th and 17th. And the remaining 10th, 12th and the 15th I'll explain you in the next class. Yes, this is for today's.